to your left. So I did. Then it said, look to your right, which I did. Then it said, look above you, which I did. Then it said, look behind you. And I looked behind me and it said, fuck you, asshole. Well done, Central Park. Well done.
Thank you. I'm British. That doesn't make me better than you anymore. I understand that now, and to some extent, I've accepted it. Let's deal with the second elephant, and this one really is crucial at the moment. Know this. Okay, I have never worked for BP. No one in my family has ever worked for BP. We don't own any BP. I'm just as pissed off as you. We're all in this together. This has not been an easy 3 months to be British. Think about the real victims in this tragedy. You used to find this accent charming. Now every time I open my mouth, you all just look fucking mad. It's like you're all just seconds away from pinning us to walls, saying the word kerfuffle used to be adorable. It used to be, get your pasty ass down to Louisiana and start sponging down a seagull.
Growing up in the country and the world and the greatest guy on the planet, and you know him from every place you could possibly imagine you would ever watch something, whether it be television, a film, or like some weird peep show. He's in it. He's hysterical. He's the best there is. Mr. Lewis Black. He's the king.
You're the guy who does like the expectations, like you brought your friend here. Expectations.
You don't want to waste. You don't seriously don't waste the energy. I've got to tell you that you're truly more excited to see me than I have ever been to see myself. I have to live with this. I wake up every morning and I have to look in the mirror and then I go, fuck, it's you again. So the reason you came out, you don't have air conditioning? Seriously. Well, and I love you too. Now, I must be standing out here. Look, this weather, this summer has been spectacular if you're a fucking gnat. If you're an insect this big and sucks sweat, it's a goddamn festival out here. It does make you wonder how people survived here when there wasn't air conditioning. I mean, how the hell do people have sex? Seriously, in this weather. I don't care how fucking desperate you are. When it's 102 and the humidity's 90%, you can't do it. There must have been people just sliding right off it. This is why I believe Velcro was invented. My throat's a little fucked because early on in the year I made the decision in the spring, and here's just a travel tip. I went to Savannah and Charleston to perform, and you don't go down there in the spring, because there's a little thing down there, and it's called pollen. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, I have lived in this city for 30 years. I have breathed the most noxious gases fucking imaginable. Every day I suck in, God knows, things with sulfides and carbotetra shit fuck. Who knows? And I've never had any problems with my throat. Ever. I breathe in 8 million farts a day, for God's sake. But in South Carolina, son of a bitch, literally, you could see this shit in the air. It covered cars. I'm not fucking with you. It covered cars. It is the most and I would breathe it, and just fucking, you want to know what it's like? Go home tonight and get up a bag of unbleached white flour and breathe it in. And then breathe it in again, and then fucking breathe it in again. I don't know how those fuckers live there. Seriously, after 3 days I was going, if we don't get out of here, I will die. I actually wanted to put bees down my throat so they could gather the pollen and take it someplace else. Now, what AT&T proposes is that you can now buy for your residence a small cell tower, like about this high, that you put in your apartment and help AT&T, and for $200 you help them build their infrastructure. Now, if that wasn't bullshit enough, for the use of the cell phone tower that you fucking paid for, asshole, they're going to charge you 12 months, $12 a month. Which means what? AT&T has successfully transformed the cell phone into a landline. See, I think what we're more concerned with, much more concerned with in terms of, instead of terrorism, what we're concerned with is how many applications we can download into the phone. That's why Apple has 200,000 applications now, because they want to distract you from the fact that it's not a fucking phone. You have something to do while you're waiting to find a signal. We're not interested in terrorism. We're interested in an application that you can type in, please tell me the location of the tow truck museum. That's what we give a shit about. You want Urban Spoon or you want Yelp? So that when you're walking down the street, where's the great place to eat sushi that is near me? Okay? You're walking down the street and you're answering your fucking phone. Meanwhile, there's people walking all around you. You can turn to one of them and say, hey, where could you get good sushi in this thing? But no, you're going to ask a phone, you fucking an inanimate object. You don't even know who loaded Urban Spoon, you fucking idiot. And at least if you ask the person, you saw them, and if the restaurant is shitty, you can find them and beat them up. I've spent a lot of time in the airports. I'm online a lot. What we really need is a terrorist app. Download the 500,000 names into this piece of shit. And I can stand there when I'm online, and if they're not going to pay attention, I'll keep an eye on them. If you haven't been to Newark in a while, they've added something new to the line. Seriously, if you're going to yell and you're that far away, it's like a hearing test. All I can do is, instead of respond, go, I can't do this guy. They've taken away the metal detectors, and now there's a full body scan. I proposed this 5 years ago, because I fly out of there all the time. I asked the guys from the TSA if I could get through the line faster if I walked through naked. Seriously, I don't care. If I do not have to deal with the line, you can look at my dick all you want. I don't get the shit. Then, of course, I said I'll have to wear my shoes. And they said no.